Hello everyone, welcome to another devlog. Today I am presenting you devlog number 3, and it doesn't look like it did a lot, but it really did do a lot. There's actually a lot more to show you than what I'm showing you right here. But to start off, I've changed the recipes of every single machine I've ever made. Actually, I've added recipes to every single machine I've made. I'm not going to show those because those aren't super important, but I think JEI might do that for us. Okay, the refinery doesn't have one, I know that. Ah, here we go. So the solar smelter is going to get a reskin, but if you look at it, there are now new materials in here that haven't been in the game before. These are called mirror plates. They're made from silver and sulfur, which isn't totally accurate, but I'm going to change that up to make it just slightly more difficult because I want this to be very difficult to progress. Besides that, this is the evaporator. Evaporator got a new texture. Also has a different look to it and a different recipe to it. As I've just said, this is called an ammonia accumulator. It'll accumulate ammonia. This is a refinery. This will refine many things. This is a pulverizer, and these have the new GUI style instead of having the button. These just do them automatically. And this is actually the solar smelter. I don't know why I put that there when it's already there. Ignore that. This is something very interesting, and we're going to get into this later, but it is the carbon tool station. Difficult word to or difficult phrase to say altogether, to be honest. Now right here, these are all the ores that are in my game, but there are technically more. I will get into that in a second, but here we have aluminum. There's many variants, so you got the stone, cobble, block, ingot, dust, copper, same thing. The only thing is, sulfur and uranium don't have ingots or blocks. Just doesn't make any sense, and I don't want to add a uranium block, although it could technically be done. Doesn't make any sense to me, so I will not add that for either of those. So they will just get the dust variants, and they will get more variants, but I'll get into that later. So these are the other variants of ore that I was talking about. There's iron cobble, or cobble iron, cobble gold, cobble lapis, and cobble diamond. And you can find these all under this section. And there's actually a few more new added blocks. I will get into this, but that's pretty simple. That's just a rubber block. And this is a carbon fiber block, which I'll also get into later. But this is a pretty simple idea, and this will have to do a lot with refining of ores. But that's not something that we're totally at just yet. The whole ore processing chain is going to be a very long chain, but if you do follow this chain, it'll be very profitable. So let's just carry on to the new functions. So starting right here, we have ammonia and oil. Ammonia comes in an ammonia accumulator, which doesn't have a GUI just yet, but over time I will make it so it actually has a function. And if you refine that, we'll get propane. And we're actually just going to do a bunch of this. Ooh, that is the wrong way around. So I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to do this, and then I'll be right back. Now that we have our propane, we're going to split that, grab like 8 of it, and then we're going to get propene. These are all new chemicals that I've added into the game. Now they have our propene. I'm pretty sure if I add propene to propane, or other way around, no, I am incorrect. I'm going to figure out, give me 1 second, because this whole chain is very long and it's very complicated, and it's something you get lost with very easily. Before I go into that, let's actually go ahead and talk about why there are blast furnaces and why we are using these objects here. So I'm just going to blast furnace some coal blocks, some rubber leaves, and some cut sandstone, and we'll see what they give. First, the coal block gives phenol. The rubber leaves give raw fiber, and the cut sandstone gives chloride. Now these are very useful. Pretty sure if I add chloride to propene, or is it phenol? Or is it propane? Oh, there we go. Epichlorohydrin. Epichlorohydrin is very useful. I think if you mix epichlorohydrin and propene, yes, we get epoxy resin. Epoxy resin is a very useful thing for making carbon fiber. So now we'll get into how to make carbon fiber, because there's a lot of steps to this actually. So to make carbon fiber, you're first going to start off with just a ton and ton and ton of carbon composite. Now I'm just going to spend all this because we're going to need it, and that probably isn't enough exactly for what I need. But we got to pour carbon composite, and this can be mixed with, sorry, just give me 1 second. I really should have prepared a little bit better, but just hold on. Okay, so I figured it out. If you mix epoxy resin, pour carbon composite, you will get, and that was a mistake, that's a glitch actually, you get fine carbon composite, and this cannot be placed or anything, although I might make it some kind of carpet texture eventually, and maybe you could stack it upon like snow layers. That's actually a decent concept, and I might do that. But now that you got fine carbon composites, what you can do, other way around, is craft 6 of these. So we're going to grab 6 of those, and then we need one more thing. Actually, technically 3 more things, but we have one of them. I'm just going to lay this all out. Right here we need something brand new, and that is, none of this actually requires raw fiber, and requires one more thing, but we're not putting raw fiber right here. We're actually going to refine our raw fiber into, give me a second, refined fiber. And this requires propene and ammonia, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just give myself some propene, just because I tossed it for some reason. Do that, we get refined fiber. So you're probably noticing how expensive all of this is, and that's actually the goal. This is going to be a very expensive mod. What? This is completely incorrect. This is beyond incorrect. Hold on now. Ah! I was very incorrect. Very incorrect. Okay. Yeah, that's completely my mistake. There we go. We have carbon mesh. Now if we press carbon mesh together, 2 carbon mesh will get us a carbon fiber sheet, and you need 6 carbon fiber sheets to make 1 block. Very expensive. I'm just going to give myself more of these because it is very expensive and it is a very difficult recipe to do, and I did not prepare enough, honestly. So I'll just go ahead and do that, and that, and that, and that'll give us 8 carbon fiber blocks, which is actually more than enough for what we need it for. So now if we come over here, and we come to the carbon fibers tool station, as you see, or just carbon tool station, we can actually take some tools. I'm only going to do, actually I'll do all these. But if you go ahead and we can make a carbon hoe head, carbon axe head, carbon shovel head, carbon pickaxe head, and a carbon sword head. And what you can do, and it's not implemented just now, but you can create a carbon pickaxe and a carbon sword, and I will show off quickly what the capabilities are of these. So, actually, I don't even have to. I can just instant kill, instant kill, instant kill. Now, why is this? Well, it is very lightweight. You can put a lot of speed into this, and has a lot of surface area. And combine all that, it's a pretty killer sword. I might be tweaking this later, but 20 attack speed, 22 attack damage, and this has 10 attack speed and 4 attack damage, and this thing mines faster than netherite and diamond. I don't like this, although I'll make it so both these have a very high durability, which they do. Actually, I'll show you. Game mode survival. You will see that these have an insane durability. That's not going to show it off very well. Because they're carbon, they have 100,000 uses. Which is probably more than I should have them at. But we'll see what these should be balanced at. It takes a while to make these, so I might make them, might not change them. But that is pretty much showcasing you everything that is in my mod so far. This is Devlog 3, And as you see, there's a lot that I've added. And if you really go into everything, I added a ton. I added all these chemicals, and a ton of these things. This area is just not sorted. Oh, actually, I should show you how to do this. This is just silver and sulfur dust, and these will get you mirror plates. And the press will be getting the new GUI eventually. And I'm actually going to show you something because I completely forgot, and that is totally my mistake. I am sorry. So now we have a grinder. And if you take the grinder, you can grind down your stone variants of ore into the cobble variants, which is going to be very, very useful. And there's actually going to be a little bit more of an output to this. It's not just going to be cobble copper. There's going to be a secondary output, and that secondary output is pretty much just going to be some pretty much dust, like a very fine amount of dust that will come off of this. And you could grind down all of these ores, and you get all their variants. You can see all the variants right there. And that's actually pretty much it for my mod. There's going to be more added. There's going to be a lot for refining ores down. There's going to be gravel and sand variants of all these, and some crushed. Oh, there's so much to it. Actually, does that only work? That might only work when. Just want to test. Alright, so it's at 7. Shows it should be done when I open it. No, it's only doing it when it's closed. Yeah, that's a little. Or is it? So it should be done right now, right? No. Yeah, it's only doing when it's open. Which is very strange. I don't know why it's doing that. But I will fix that. Until then, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions, please leave them. I've taken some suggestions already. I put silver in the game, in the mod. I changed the texture of this. This one can also get a texture change. I also changed the recipes for these. These get mirror plates. Mirror plates are pretty rare, and silver is incredibly rare. So just to explain really quickly, very, very quickly. Copper, aluminum, pretty much the same. Silver, more common than coal. Lead, pretty much the same as iron. Uranium, more rare, or less rare than lapis and diamond, pretty much as rare as redstone. Gold, copper, or gold, iron, same as the name, normal game. And that is pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please tell me. But please leave suggestions for the mod. Like I said, I've taken some suggestions already, and I really like the suggestions. They've been pretty good, and they're pretty helpful. I'll see you guys in the episode. Peace.